Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
I just got played.
It's just a bloodbath out there.
I need you just a second.
Hey, is everything okay?
Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of Bachelor in Paradise, Season 9, Episode 9. It's been a while. They were off last week for Thanksgiving, and we only had an hour episode this week instead of our regular 2 hours because they had the Golden Bachelor finale. But honestly, just a 1 hour episode was not that bad because this season has been weird and not that exciting. So if it's just an hour, I'm cool with that. But we started the episode with the cocktail party, so it's the Blake and Jess conversation that needed to be had. It needed to be had, okay, people? So, as you may remember, Katie came down to the beach. Ex-bachelorette, Blake's ex. Well, Blake is telling Jess that in those few hours that he talked to Katie, they got more things worked out than they have had this entire time in Paradise. He says that he feels like they are going in circles and circles again and again, getting nowhere. Jess is upset. She says that it's going to be really hard to end something that was started, and she doesn't want anything to be forced. She says that she's surprised that it took Katie to come down here for him to realize that, but he says even before her coming here, they were not getting anywhere. She's getting pretty emotional and says that she felt safe with him and liked spending time with him. But it looks like this is their breakup. He sort of apologizes in a way, but she says, no, you didn't do anything wrong. But yes, Blake and Jess have broken up. He says goodbye to everyone and he takes off. Now, Kaylee goes to the vehicle where he was getting on to leave. At first, I thought she was just being nosy, but she starts to say, you can't leave. I can't do this without you. I was like, since when did they get so close? It got me thinking that Kylie liked Blake. I thought they were about to kiss and say that it's been you this whole time. Like, it was a little bit weird. But he really does tell her that there is 0% chance of him having anything with anyone else in that beach. So he goes. And I was just thinking, damn, Blake dated Claire, Tayshia, Katie. Now he's been in Paradise and he's failing every time. I feel bad for him. Poor Jess is somewhere crying and feels like it's her fault. At the end of the day, I don't know what happened and how far these two got in their connection, like in real life. But based on what we saw on the show, I never saw chemistry between them. I saw more chemistry when Jess and Tyler kissed. So Blake left, but there are still many more problems down here in the beach. So Mercedes is in a pickle. She seems to have she had the perfect fairy tale date with Tyler until a few days ago when they talked and he said that if it worked, awesome. If it didn't, it didn't. So she needs some answers. So she tells him that the first date was great, but she hasn't had that deep intensity that a relationship needs. Did he just come here to have a little fling? Because she didn't. She says. She sort of says that he hasn't tried. And then Tyler starts to cry. And he says that he's been trying. He just hasn't found the spark. But he wants to find it. He says that he hasn't been feeling the spark since before the last rose ceremony. But he gave her the rose in hopes to get the spark going. But it didn't. She says that she feels deceived and that her time was wasted because this whole time she could have been exploring something else with another person but didn't because she thought that he was into her. So she says that he will not be getting her rose tonight. They get up and Tyler says goodbye. Okay, I have two things to say about that. First, I really thought with Blake out and Tyler and Mercedes ending their thing, I really thought Jess and Tyler would get together. But it's like they're making us forget that their kiss ever happened. Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Did they not kiss passionately a few episodes ago? And then the second thing, Mercedes was crying, saying that she felt played. I don't feel bad for her. You played Will, mama. So sorry, but you played him and you got played. It is what it is. It is nice to see that Olivia and Micheal are spending some wonderful time. So is Eliza and Aaron. Racheal is really enjoying Jordan. She is pretty determined to give her rose to him. But that's how Racheal feels. Jordan, maybe not so much. He likes Racheal, but he doesn't really like her. Matter of fact, Jordan went to go speak to Mercedes because he's sort of been feeling her lately. And now that Tyler's out of the picture, he wants to maybe explore things with her. So he tells her how awesome she is, she deserves the world, yada yada. But it wasn't anything serious, like no kiss or anything like that. Again, giving friend vibes. I always get that from Jordan. So Brayden doesn't really have anyone else either. So he is now shooting his shot with Jess. He gives her a little box of chocolate. She's really glad about that, but nothing serious happens there either. Tanner wanted to talk to Jess as well. So he goes and gets her. So Jess, she might have been dumped, but she's still a pretty hot commodity at this beach. So Tanner tells Jess that he's not really going to pursue Racheal anymore. He says that he has felt like Jess had been closed off when Blake was there, and that actually speaks highly of her because it shows that she had loyalty to him. So that's kind of a turn on for him. So now that Blake is gone, he's taking the opportunity to get to know her, and he wants to continue to do that. And she says that she wants to get to know him too, but she feels weird, but he's all in on Jess. It is then time for the rose ceremony. So the ones that are expected are Eliza gives her rose to Aaron, very sweet. Kat gives hers to John Henry, Kaylee to Avan, Olivia to Micheal, Sam to Peter, but then here comes Jess. So, moment of truth, her rose goes to Tanner, but then you guys, oh my gosh, this poor man, Taylor, thought that she said his name, and he was like approaching, and she was like, oh no, I meant Tanner. Oh, I felt so bad for him. Mercedes gives her rose to Jordan. Now, this is shocking to poor Racheal. She's totally blindsided. I felt so bad. So, she was the final rose that was going to be given out. And she kind of like looked at the crowd, and then she said, I need a minute. And she walks out. Jesse goes to get her, and poor thing was in tears. Not just crying, like in tears. So she leaves, and so do Brayden and this Taylor guy who thought Jess called him. Poor Brayden, poor Racheal. I'm surprised that Racheal felt that she could not give it to anyone. That's pretty interesting. I would have thought that she would have at least given it to Brayden since they had already dated and they had a pretty good thing going forward. But for her to not give it to no one, like, wow. But she's still pretty sad, and so was Brayden. I think he regrets breaking up with her when he went with that Becca girl who just randomly left. But that was that. Next week is the season finale. Thank goodness. They're going to do some party stuff, and then it looks like there's going to be a lot of tears, but I don't know, a lot of drama. There will be engagements, and there will be a wedding too. So we'll see who gets married. I'm guessing it's going to be Kaylee and Avan, but you guys let me know. One, what are your guesses? Who's going to get married next episode? And two, what did you make of this episode about these people just leaving and all the things that ended up happening at the rose ceremony? Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.